Yeah, buddy, you know what it is. And you know what the fuck it does around here. Shit. Back on the fucking road. I had a week off from the road, and it took them a while to fix my air conditioning and stuff. The air conditioning went out. And we're going to talk about a couple of things here to kind of like let you know somewhat of the deal of driving one of these trucks. You know, of what it is, the insight. And, right now I'm in pretty much like on the I-70, southern Illinois, Indiana, and stuff, And the deal is, like I said, I was been on a break, and this is my first load. This load is going to Laredo, Texas. I mean, that's pretty far south, right? Laredo, Texas, and very far south. It's past San Antonio and Austin, Texas. But this load is very light. It's 18,000 pounds, and it's what it is just empty automotive racks that they use in parts and stuff. You get a let's, for an example, let's explain it to you. Ford, this load picked up at Ford in Flat Rock, Michigan. Pretty much they do production there for vehicles, and so this trailer was already loaded with empty racks going to Laredo, Texas. So you can return their rack so they can reload it for automotive parts. That's something else that they do in the automotive industry that you don't know about, is that they have certain racks that they put parts on, steel racks, that these racks must be returned back to this part supplier. Okay, and this load's very light, only 18,000 pounds, very light, very, 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 very light. Because I can put, give you an idea, I could put, 43,000 pounds in the box back there, but only 18,000 is inside there. So it's a very, very light load. And so I'm here. I'm on the side of the, I'm on the entrance ramp, on a get-on ramp, whatever you want to call it, to I-70. And we had a pretty big storm go through. Everything's slowed down now, but you get out here, and I hit that storm. I was going to take a different way, but, I said, nah, I'm going to go this way. But I should have taken the way I first thought about, but I didn't know about the storm. There was a storm that came through, and there was tornado warnings, and the rain was coming down, lightning, you got heavy winds and stuff, and that little dinky 18,000 pounds, it's blowing everywhere. You don't have no stability. And it somewhat feels like, the best way to put it to you, it feels like you're on a bar stool. You're sitting way up on a bar stool, and it's blowing you around, right? So you kind of get a little funny about it, you think about that, and plus the storm, and where you're going to be at in case if there is a tornado, in case there's a major storm, high winds. Because, high winds can blow these trucks over with that little bit of weight. So I said, you know what? I'm done for the day. I had 3 more hours I could drive, but I said, you know what? I'm done. I hit the storm. I said, I'm done. And I pulled over on the side of this fucking entrance ramp to I-70. And you can see all the trucks. You can see all the trucks parked here. I mean, it's just a sea of trucks. You can see all the red lights. And they're probably thinking the same way, or they have nowhere else to go to drive. And there's a truck stop behind me, but I didn't go into that truck stop because I already knew it was at nighttime that you're not going to find anywhere to park. And plus, you got the storm, you got it raining, it's lightning, so trying to park at something like that is, but very, very risky because you can't see much and, might end up hitting something. You don't want to deal with that. So to take the easiest way you want to handle this. So I said, okay, bam, right here, and that was it. I'm done for the day, and let's see if we can bring this up on the tablet here to kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about. And it's an interesting thing, at least for me, I find it interesting. So as of right now, I'm off duty, and I do have 3 hours left to drive, but I parked it for the day because of the weather, and it's nighttime. You can't see much. It gets risky. So let's see if I can do this. So I was gonna go. This is where my route
Walmart
was.
Supercenter may be closed by the time you arrive.
Yeah. So this is where I was gonna go really originally to park. I was gonna park at a Walmart in Anna, Illinois. This is St. Louis, Missouri. We're on the I-70 right here. This is like Marshall. I get confused sometimes. I'm not sure if this is Marshall, Illinois or Marshall, Indiana. And I can zoom out and try to figure that out, but I'll do that in a second. But I think it's Indiana because you have Effingham. No, it's Illinois. I'm sorry. So we're just at the border. We crossed into Illinois. That would be Southern Illinois. Okay, I figured it out. It's around the I-70. Pretty much here. You had a big, massive storm coming through this whole area right here. It's like the storm is like this. So it's gonna hit up in Michigan. It's gonna move all the way to the east, and who knows how far it's gonna run. But this is my route: I-70 to I-57 south. To pretty much run that all the way down to 57, where it hits. That was my route, and I was gonna go over here to this Walmart and park there for the night. But the storm hit, and I didn't want to deal with that because let me tell you why. The angle of the storm. I would be driving through the storm, and then when I went south on 57, there'd be more. I'll be going into this, driving through the storm because of the direction of it, right? And I didn't want to do that, so I was like, well, hey, it's time to just park it. Better to be safe than sorry. But the storm seemed like it already passed, and hey, this is what it is. It's better to grab a spot that's safe and let the storm pass by than it is to be out here driving this truck through the storm and the rain and everything. You can't see because the storm hit when I was here. The storm hit so bad that I couldn't see. Your visibility was so bad, and the visibility was so bad that you can't see much, and that's dangerous. And also, it's not also sometimes the visibility; it's also the wind. Like I said, I got 18,000 pounds. That ain't shit. You hit a big old gust of wind, or you get in this fucking tornado that they said it was a tornado warning. It will blow the truck over. So I positioned myself to prepare for that tornado. And basically what I would have did if that tornado hit where I was at, am I in this situation, I would have turned this truck, just the truck, because I have more room over here as an emergency, right? I would have turned this truck far to the left and turn it like a jackknife, like a knife, like a Swiss Army knife, like an L shape. You know, that's what I would have done, because you can't blow it over. It's really hard to blow a tractor trailer over when you got that shape, that L shape. And that's what I would have done if the storm hit that bad, but it wasn't. So a lot of drivers don't know that. They get blown over and they got light loads, or sometimes, who knows, I don't want to even know. Sometimes, you know, who can you tell? You could be fully loaded. It's very hard to blow a truck over when it's fully loaded. But they don't teach in schools. They don't teach the right way to handle this in the storm. Is that you turn the truck either to the left or to the right, and you make an L shape. And you cannot. It's really hard to blow it over. You might move around. It's gonna be fucking rocky as fucking here, but you won't be able to blow it over because of that L shape. Almost impossible to. If you turn the truck towards the wind or whatever, you would have to pick up the truck and then the trailer to move the trailer, to tip this thing over. It'd be impossible. So that I was prepared to do, and I had the space to do it right here if there was a tornado that came through, because right now it's like it's very calm. But earlier today, about hour and a half, 2 hours earlier, it was pretty bad. So I was prepared to do that if I felt inside here high winds. You know, because you can feel that shit. So I was gonna do what I had to do to. Hey, I didn't give a fuck if I blocked that road or not, and if there's a tornado coming through, and you can see the lightning flashing. But I wouldn't care about that road. All I would care about is my safety, and pretty much anybody that, you know, should understand that there's no way to go anywhere because you got a storm, right? That's what I was prepared to do, and how to handle that is just crazy because of this fucking storm. And you know, I'm heading to Laredo, Texas. And I was gonna take a different way, and I should have taken that way, but I said no, it'll be all right. But no, I hit a storm, and it's like, no, fuck that shit. No, fuck that shit. Park it, and because it's just not. It's not, the risk is not worth it. You know. Think about that shit. Think about that shit. You in a fucking tornado or a big storm, and your truck gets blown over, and you're in a storm. Where are you gonna go after that point? Think about what's next. You don't want to deal with that. So that's why I said, okay, it's time to stop the truck, park it, and prepare if there's a possibility that something that might happen, and I'm ready to do what I need to do. It's smart. It's very smart, and a lot of these guys out here, they're not smart about that. They'll drive right into it. And I'm like, no. Because that motherfucker was a monster. And it was blowing this fucking truck everywhere. But, yep. Now I'm done for the night. And we're parked on the side of this fucking road. It's okay. We're safe. I always have a big fear in the back of my mind that someone will crash in the back of my truck. Getting on the freeway or getting on the interstate. But I'm far over. You can see the line there. See how tiny these mirrors are. You can kind of see that white line back there. I'm on the shoulder. I'm far over. But you got people, man, they fuck up. They'll crash right in the back of the truck. Kind of like that. Well, it's hard to see that. But when he made that turn, he came close to that white line that I'm looking at over here. Shit like that kind of makes me edgy. Worried. Because people, they get on, they don't be thinking shit. They don't be thinking. Everything is just like, how do you put it to you? They don't think about their next move, about what's coming up, of how to handle this shit. And it's dangerous. It could be dangerous in a car. It could be dangerous in a semi truck. So that's kind of my deal that I'm doing. Out here trying to be safe, man. I gotta be safe. I don't give a fuck. They say, oh, well, you got 3 more hours. You could drive, and why you didn't drive? And I would say, hey, I hit a storm and I parked it. I don't give a fuck if it's late. I don't care if they have to reschedule. I don't care. Which with this shit, it's fine, because this is return racks. There's no time on this shit. But if they say anything, if they were to say anything, to get the balls to say anything, you tell them what's up, and that's the deal. That's how you handle that shit, man. You don't fucking just keep driving and worry. Oh, I gotta get there. I gotta deliver my load. I gotta go. No, man. Your fucking safety comes first. And you got a truck coming around there. Make this turn. He's hitting my white line already. That kind of makes me kind of nervous, but. So that's the deal, man. Gotta be safe out here. Because over here I got I got one of the fucking best movies that you can watch. I've been watching this movie. No Country for Old Men. This motherfucking movie right here, man, is probably one of the best fucking movies. This guy, man, what's his name? Anton or Antoine, whatever the fuck it is. I forgot his name. But this guy right here, man, in this movie, No Country for Old Men, he scares the fuck out of me. And it's just a movie. It's crazy. Fucking crazy. And you guys, man, if you never seen No Country for Old Men, you gotta watch that movie, because it will surprise you. It's one of the best because it's got Tommy Lee Jones in it. He's a sheriff, and it's one of the best movies I've seen in a long time. It's one of my favorite movies. One of my favorites. I got a lot of favorite movies, but this is one of my favorites. This is up there. This is like top 10. You gotta watch No Country for Old Men, because it takes you for a loop. It takes you really for a loop, and you're like, what the fuck? And it's like, is there gonna be a part 2? You be watching it. It was like, is there gonna be a part 2? And shit. And it's like, what the fuck? It's like, wow. This guy here, man, I can't remember his name in the movie, but he's a serial killer. He's fucking scary as fuck, and he don't care. And it's just the movie. It's just a masterpiece, man. It's a fucking masterpiece. So that's what I got going on in this motherfucker. Look at the shoe marks when he strangled this fucking deputy. And that's his device. It's a cattle device that shoots a fucking metal rod from compressed air into a cow to kill him. And he uses that to unlock doors at a hotel and to kill other people. And it's just crazy, man. I think he uses it right here. He has a police car and he's pulling over somebody. This shit's crazy. I mean, this is just... I first saw this shit, I was like, what the fuck? Golly. Look, he already has the tank out. He has the tank with the hose, and it's got that fucking cattle prod, whatever. And he wants to steal his car.
Step out of the car, please.
Step out of the car, please.
What is that?
This shit is fucked up.
I need you to step out.
This guy's scary as fuck. Look at his face, it's pale and white. It's so pale. His face is.
What is that for?
Would you hold still, please?
That's fucked up, man. That's it. He killed that guy for nothing. So he can take his car. Unbelievable. It's fucking crazy. But you need to watch No Country for Old Men if you've never seen it. You know, No Country for Old Men. That's it right there. Watch that shit. It's a good fucking movie. But that's about it for me, man. Hell yeah, shit. You know what it is?